What up, my friends? Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be doing something a little different, a little fun. We're going to be going over everything that my kids are getting for Christmas. If you're new here, I have three 2-year-olds right now currently, which is weird to say, but my oldest is about to turn 3 in January, and then my twin boys just turned 2 about a week ago. Fun fact, they were all born in the same calendar year. We thought that we could not have children, but Oliver showed up in January of 2022, which was the biggest blessing. And then a few months fresh into having a newborn, we found out we were pregnant again, and this time it was with twins. So his twin brothers showed up in the same year as him in December of 2022. So there is 1 month and 1 day every year where my kids are all the same age, which I think is hilarious. But anyways, if you're looking for ideas for kids that are in the 2 to maybe even up to 5 year age range, you have found the correct video. I'll be sharing all of the gifts that they're getting, not only from us, but family and friends that have sent gifts as well. Some of the items in this video are actually birthday gifts that they're receiving because their birthdays fall so close to Christmas. But I wanted to just share all of them with you. That way you guys have lots of options if you're trying to think of gifts for the toddlers in your life. Most of the gifts are from Amazon and Target, and I will have them all linked down below. So in that way, if you have some last minute shopping that you need to grab, these are great places to pick it up even if you're limited on time. So there's going to be a mixture of things that I can show you that I actually physically have, and then some of the stuff I'm just going to put it up on the screen because they're a little large. But I did want to start off with, I have this mission in my head to try and turn my living room into almost a miniature children's museum. So I want to have a lot of those interactive play sets and things like that and purchase them a little over time. But when family or friends are asking me if there's certain things that we want, I've been mentioning it to them, and that way they have some options as well. The first thing, I'm going to pop it up on the screen, is I'm sure you guys are familiar with Joanna Gaines. She has the most adorable kitchen set from her Hearth and Hand line. So one of our family members grabbed that, as well as another family member grabbed this adorable refrigerator that matches the set. And then they also sent a little play food set. So this one, actually it's not play food, but it's like a play cook set. So this will go in the kitchen. We'll probably store it inside the refrigerator. Absolutely adorable. And then just throwing things on my bed here. And they also grabbed this adorable little picnic set. I'm not like a beige mom. I like color, but I don't like it when it looks like a rainbow threw up. You know what I mean? So what I appreciate about the Hearth and Hand one is they're very neutral, but they're not boring neutral, and I can add color to it myself. We are also grabbing this set here. We have an RV, so we love camping and things like that. So I think our kids will get a kick out of this little camping set. And I have a friend who told me that her son has had it for a couple years and still absolutely loves it. So I'm excited to see how much my kids love that one. A couple months ago, I had asked on Instagram for some recommendations for toddler toys because I wanted to make sure that I'm grabbing toys that are interactive and educational. Those type of toys seem to keep my kids' attention span the longest. So we don't do a lot of the ones with like the blinky lights and things like that because I've noticed they lose attention on those within like a few minutes. So instead I try to always grab the ones that you would find at like a children's museum. And one of my friends had specifically recommended this brand right here. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. It's this word right here. Boom. That one. This little igloo set is perfect if you've ever done a sensory table for your kids. I set up a cute little sensory table by making some fake snow. I just mixed powdered sugar and some coconut oil, and it was like the perfect fake snow. And then I just put some water in a bowl inside there to kind of make it look like an Arctic little play set. And then I set this igloo up with the sled dogs and all of that stuff, and they had a blast with it. Another from that same brand that we grabbed them is this one right here. So this is like kind of like a farm. It's like a vet at the farm or something. So it comes with a little sheep, and then it also comes with a little dog and a cat and stuff like that. So some of the parts are pretty small. And so because my oldest is about to turn 3 and this is 3 and up, my twins though are not at that stage. So I didn't put out a lot of the really small pieces, and then we obviously just supervised, but this is technically 3 and up. So depending on who you're buying for, just be mindful of that, obviously. Okay, and then Melissa & Doug is one of my absolute favorite brands. I purchased 3 things for them during the Prime Day back in like July that I knew that I was going to put aside for Christmas, and I cannot currently find them. I know that they're somewhere, And I only have like 2 places where stuff can be. And I'm a pretty organized person, so I'm guessing that I did something weird with them. It might be in my guest closet. I just figured that out. But anyways, one of the things that I really want to focus on, like I said, is interactive play. And when I was looking up preschool plans and things like that, because my oldest is obviously getting to that stage, I wanted to see what type of activities they recommend for that stage. And one thing is to just mimic everyday life for you. So for example, cleaning, cooking, grocery shopping, those type of things, allowing them to kind of do that interactive, imaginative play. So one of the things that I grabbed them is this cute little set from Melissa and Doug that's like a cleaning set. So it's got like a broom in it, a mop in it, and all that stuff. And I think that my kids are going to have a blast with it because anytime I take out the vacuum, they're always interested in that thing. So I grabbed them that. I also grabbed them this little wooden set right here that actually folds up. As I mentioned, we have an RV, so a lot of times we'll bring toys with us into the RV, and I think this is the perfect one because we can set it out on the little dinette that we have in the RV, but it folds up nice for storage. So I think that one's a really good option. And then one that I'm like super excited about is this guy right here. My kids are obsessed with fire trucks. Anytime we go out for a car ride or anything like that, if they see a fire truck, they absolutely go crazy over it. So I got this like little pop-up play tent for them that I think they're just gonna have so much fun. Oh, one other thing that I totally forgot I'm gonna put in this video for their birthday gift. I got such a deal on this thing, but I'm gonna put it up right here. It's from Little Tykes and it's a rocket ship. It's 4 feet tall, you guys, and they love to climb inside it. And I have 3 of them and they tend to fight over toys quite a bit. So I was a little nervous with the rocket ship because there's only 1 seat in it, but it actually has so many different areas that you can play with and interact with that they really don't fight too much over it. So one of them can kind of be sitting in the chair. Then there's a door in the front that you can crawl through the rocket ship. So one of them usually likes to crawl back and forth. And then there's a panel on the side where they can kind of play with pretending like they're changing the wires out and things like that. It's just been so much fun. If you're looking for something really fun for kids, that one's super interactive. It did take a long time to ship though because of the size, so I don't think it would make it in time for Christmas, but get it on your radar and keep an eye on it because I was able to get it at a really good price. All right, next up, let's go over some books that I grabbed for the kids. A few of them are still en route, but one of the ones that I picked up when I was actually at Sam's Club, but I've seen this at a few different stores, is this Christmas at Hogwarts book. I got it for $13 at Sam's Club, but it's a little Harry Potter Christmas book for kids. Just really good quality. I'm probably going to save this for the future, not going to lie, because these style books, my kids will rip them right up. They're really only at like the board book stage still because they love to rip it up. This one technically, okay, I actually got back in July for absolutely free, but I just wanted to show you guys because I just think it's so cool. So we went to Fort Wilderness back in July and they were having this free breakfast for Disney Vacation Club members, and we are Disney Vacation Club members. And we just thought it was like a free breakfast. They were going to talk about the new cabins at Fort Wilderness and things like that. But they brought out the voice of Mickey Mouse, and apparently he wrote this book. He illustrated this book. Yeah, he illustrated the book, and it was written by a man named Ryan March. So the Mickey Mouse dude is Brett Iwan. He's the illustrator of this adorable book. But they gave out these copies of the book to everyone, and it has the signatures of both of them in it. So I thought that was absolutely amazing. So I am going to pretend that's a Christmas gift. I just basically want them to have things to rip open because they like to do stuff like that. I also had seen this one actually on TikTok, and it's from the, I think it was called Reading Rainbow. You guys are going to kill me for, everybody knows what Reading Rainbow was, but for some reason I don't remember it at all. So I don't know if I just didn't watch it or what. But this one's called The Rhino Who Swallowed a Storm. And LeVar Burton, I don't know if I said that correctly, he was the one on TikTok that was reading this book, and it was just a really moving book. So I thought that would be good to have in our library. Another one, my children are obsessed with Miss Rachel, and so am I, to be honest. She just seems like such a sweet human being. And I follow her on Instagram, and she's just the cutest thing ever. But she came out with this book and also a whole line of toys, so I immediately grabbed it up. And we actually have a few copies of this one because everybody knows how much we love Miss Rachel. So I think we actually have 3 copies now, which is great because I have 3 children. We also got this as a gift, an interactive one where you can press these little buttons over here. They love books like this, so I thought that was really cute. All right, now a few of the books that are actually on their way to me right now. One of the books that's en route right now is this book called Little Red Sleigh. I follow an Instagram account that I will link down below. She does such an amazing job at sharing different roundups of kids' books. It'll be like inclusive books or books about community or books about kindness or whatever the case may be. I'm like constantly putting in a wish list the books that I want from her recommendations, and then during Christmas and things like that, I just go and purchase them. So this was one of the ones that I had on the list from her that I picked up because Amazon was running something where it was like buy two, get one free. So you should probably check to see if that's still going because I only bought that one like a day or two ago. I also saw this book called Christmasaurus, and this was just in like my recommendations. I don't even know if it's any good, but my kids love dinosaurs, so I grabbed that one. I didn't get this one for my kids, but I did want to just put it on your radar because I got it as a gift for a couple other people. If you happen to be into fantasy books, Brandon Sanderson is apparently one of like the best fantasy writers. He actually wrote a children's book, and I just thought it was really interesting, so I picked that one up for a gift, but just to get that one on your radar. This one I picked up also as a gift. This one's a pine cone, and it just looked really cute. It almost just looked like a kid just dealing with a little bit of chaos. So I thought that one was really cute, and I picked that one up. Another book that I grabbed the kids is this polka dot book. I am obsessed with these polka dot books, and so are my children. They're just so much fun. They have like these little popping things inside them that you can pop them in and out. So they're a little bit more interactive, and the kids just love it. I will say, if you're ever going out to a restaurant with your children, bring one of those books because it'll hold their attention for quite some time. Melissa and Doug also makes these little polka dot cards. Those we like to have in the car because I can just hand them a single card and then they can play with it. So in case you're looking for another gift idea. All right, now we're gonna move into some of the Disney gifts. If you guys have been here before, you knew that Disney was gonna be on the list. I grabbed this during one of Shop Disney's clearance deals, and I just think it's so cool. It's a block set, and it's got the little characters, 32 pieces total, and it's double-sided blocks, and it makes a castle. So I'm excited about that one. This next one I was so pumped about. It's so big. I don't even know if you can see, but it's like a little ready-to-race Mickey's Garage. The reason I was so excited about that is because Target was doing one of those deals where it was like buy 2 toys, you get 1 free. And then they were also doing, if you spend $50 in toys, you get $10 off. And then I think one of them was like 25% off. So that plus the next 3 gifts that I'm about to show you, I ended up only paying $37 for. And I ended up having a Target gift card. So it ended up only being like $7 out of pocket for me, which was awesome. So I picked up this little glow racer set. Now, I will tell you, this is ages 4 and up. So I don't know if I'm going to give them this Christmas. I feel like my oldest can handle it, but he plays with his brothers a lot. There's not a lot of times when they're by themselves. So I don't know, but I do have it as an option. I might save it for next year. We'll see. I have a closet that I keep like gifts in, but I just thought that was such a good deal. There was no way I was passing it up. From that same line, I grabbed Mac right here. This one is 3 and up. So this is one that I could give him. And he loves the movie Cars. So he'll get a kick out of Mac. We'll tell you that right now. Okay, and then the next thing that I grabbed is just some glow racers to go with that little glow racer set because they don't come with many cars. But it's just like a little set of the Pixar cars. And this is ages 3 and up. So it has a Mater, Dinoco Cruz Ramirez, Lightning McQueen, and Will Rush. Whoever Will Rush is. I don't know who that is. Another Disney item that I grabbed is this adorable Lego train set. Now this one is also ages 4 and up, so might be saved for the future. Might just be part of, you know, supervised play. What I liked about this one though is that it was on sale through Barnes & Noble, and I actually had a Barnes & Noble reward, so I ended up getting that at a really good price. So possibly saving for the future, but if you have a 4-year-old in your life right now, that might be a cute idea. Okay, and then just to show off 2 more things that I'm gonna be picking up. One of them is this adorable little like rainbow tunnel thingy. The kids love crawling through stuff. And I really like this brand, Gigglescape, that I found at Target. It's a Target exclusive brand. I love the colors on this one because I feel like it's vibrant, but it's not super in your face. We also grabbed this little taco set for them. just again, to go with that interactive play, what I tend to do is with those ones that have a lot of pieces like that, I try to only put out one set at a time. I don't put all of their toys out in the living room, which is basically their playroom at this point. I don't put everything out at once. I usually only put a few selections, and then I store everything else. And then at nap time and bedtime, I go and swap some of the toys out to give them something fresh to play with in the afternoon. I've noticed that they fight a lot less with that, and their attention span with playing with the toys seems to last a little longer. Hi guys, sorry for the outfit change. It's actually a different day. This is editing Kate now. As I was editing this video together, I realized that I forgot 2 gifts that I really wanted to share with. Both of these were actually sent to us from family members. One of them we have not got to play with yet, but it's something I've had my eye on and on a wish list for our kids for a while. It's this set right here. It's like a soft block, but they're magnetic and you can build different structures with them, but they're like jumbo blocks. All 3 of my kids are obsessed with blocks and building things and all of that. So I'm so excited because you can like build like fake little couches and rocket ships and walls and castles and all of that. So I'm excited to see them go crazy with that. The other thing that my parents sent that they actually found, but I had on my radar and it was in our wish list and they didn't even know, was this little projector. If I can recommend anything, I would recommend this, even especially if you're the type that's not into full-on screen time. We do screen time with our kids, but we do have limits on it. This projector is close to screen time, so use your judgment if you'd like it. Essentially, all it is a visual of reading stories. So if you guys are familiar with the little golden books, most of the little cartridges that go in the projector are little golden books. So it reads the kids a story and then projects a little image right on the wall. So it's really not a movie. It's more of like a slideshow of the book, if that makes sense. My kids love it. What's really cool with it is you can either zoom in or zoom out. So if you pull it further away from the wall, it's going to make a larger image on the wall, and then they can adjust it so it's a little bit more clear. What my kids love to do now is they grab it like first thing in the morning, they sit down at their little table and they have breakfast and they play the little book right on the wall. And it's just adorable. They're having such a good time with it. There's a huge collection of different cartridges you can get. So what's cool is if this is a gift item for them, you would have gifts in the future that you can get them because you would have cartridges that you could refill. So absolutely love that one and wanted to make sure I told you guys about it in case you need some gift ideas. So that is everything that my kids are getting for Christmas. Technically, some of them were for their birthday, but that's just between me and you. Don't tell anybody. I hope this helped you come up with some ideas for kids in your life. If you have any great recommendations for educational toys, please leave them down below. I am a stay-at-home mom and we are planning to homeschool. So I like to get toys on my radar for future stages as well. So if you have some favorite educational toys that your kids loved or your grandkids maybe love now, please leave them down below because I'm always on the hunt for new toys. I hope I delivered whatever you needed when you clicked on that thumbnail, and I hope you have a magical day. Bye.